Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches on a weekly basis. And joining us is our men's soccer coach, David Korn, and another big weekend. Two great victories. Christian being named Conference Player of the Week. I mean, just an overall team effort this past weekend.
Yeah, definitely pleased to defend well in our two matches on the road. I think that was something in our previous road trip that we didn't do particularly well. So pleased with the guys' performances from our forwards all the way back to Christian. And Christian made a couple great saves in each game, which is his job and we know he's capable of. But certainly pleased to earn two shutouts.
Let's talk about Christian first. Conference Player of the Week on the defensive side. His fourth honor, and well-deserved honor. 5 shutouts on the year. Number 2 career shutout. I mean, he has just been unbelievable in a Saints uniform.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a talented kid, and I give him a ton of credit that he's worked incredibly hard over his 3 years here to continue to develop his craft, and I think he adds a ton of leadership, not just from a vocal standpoint, but his presence and goal, and I think he's continued to be a big part of why we've defended well as a team this year.
Then we're going to move up front. Hat trick. Gotta love it. And the 3 goals that Pontus Gitzelhoff had on Sunday were just unbelievable, especially the second one where he literally almost fell down before receiving the ball and then turned and just put a zinger into the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he gathered himself after that and did really well with it. And to be honest, we were watching film back, and he actually could have probably had 4 or 5. We had some really good opportunities. But, I mean, to capitalize on his first goal 40 seconds into the match, it was nice to see because there was a lot of good movement ahead of the ball. Helgi checking to the ball, pulling one player, then Jorgen, and then all of a sudden this third run and a great pass by Gavino. So I think it was a really good goal to start the game. He's obviously ready for the next opportunity, like you said, which was not an easy one and a pretty difficult angle. And then the third goal in the second half probably helps us put the game away. So a good performance by him. It came from a lot of good team interplay, which was really exciting to see.
And the one thing I think for Pontus was it was good to see him kind of get things going offensively. He's been relatively quiet. He's had a few opportunities over the last couple of weeks, but to see him finally string a few things together and get some goals was awfully good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he scored several goals for us early in the season as we left not only exhibition play but our first couple non-conference games. So good for him to get back on the score sheet. And we continue to talk about him impacting the game in a lot of ways. We know he can score. Right. For him, continuing to grow in his defensive responsibilities, adapt to that attacking midfield position, and at times he has the flexibility to play in a few other spots for us. So just continue to grow as a soccer player in a few areas, because sometimes it's going to be his ability to score, sometimes to set up plays, and other times just to continue to link the game and do a good job defensively.
Some big games coming up in the region, Coach, and obviously, getting put back into receiving votes in the top 25 in the United Soccer Coaches poll, then moving up, in the region. Rockhurst still sitting there in that number 5 slot. That makes this Friday's game tough. But then you got Drury, who's right there with us in the conference standings. You got S&T, who's right there as well. So we've got a tough stretch of games coming up.
Definitely. I mean, obviously, we're going to play Rockhurst, who's been one of the top teams not only in the conference but in the country the last several years, and will be a good challenge for us. A team that we played twice last season. So certainly, looking forward to continue to prepare for that match and know that it's going to be a good challenge. And I think one of our guys are very excited for. But like you said, it doesn't get any easier over the next few weeks. I mean, we're going to welcome a team in Drury that did really well in the NCAA tournament last year, returns a number of talented players, as well as made some good additions in the back. So I think will be a good challenge for us. And Missouri S&T, that was number 2 in the conference last year and had a great season and is a very good attacking team and very comfortable on the ball. So all 3 games, good opportunities for us to continue to gain some experience, to play good opponents, and hopefully continue to get good results and push ourselves higher in the standings.
Outstanding stuff, David. We're excited for this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, it's Senior Day on Sunday. We'll talk about the seniors next week and how much they've meant to this program. Even though they still have 4 games left after this weekend, we'll still get a chance to talk about them as we move forward.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
No problem. Coach David Korn joins us. Big week coming up here for our soccer teams. The men will take on number 5 in the country, Rockhurst. It's a 1 o'clock start on Friday. We'll go on the air at 12:55. And then Senior Day on Sunday against Drury. Men play at 2:30. We'll go on the air at 2:15 and take you inside all the great pomp and circumstances. We honor our fantastic seniors. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week. And as always, go Saints.
Go Saints.